I thought spring was coming. No, she's not coming yet. We've got to wait a wee bit. I don't know why I'm saying a wee bit. I'm not from Scotland. And I kind of just wanted something a bit whimsy like that. Something that reminded me of my childhood and being young and not caring about anything. And this is going to take me a long time. I did this to help me work through the grief of losing my mom. But sadly, I was delusional. Okay, hi, hello, welcome back to episode 3 of the Queer Punk Knits Knitting Podcast. I am your host. My name is Billy, my pronouns are they, them, and I'm queer and I'm punk, and I knit a lot. I also do other things. I crochet. I have a crochet project to talk about, and I'm learning how to sew by hand. Also learning how to spin on a drop spindle. So there's a lot. Since I last did a knitting update podcast, I have finished my nephew's socks. I finished those today, Saturday. I finished them on Wednesday for him, and they were just like a plain pair of vanilla black socks using Hobbies Friends sock yarn. And then I finished my cousin's vanilla socks as well. They were using Drops Nord in the colorway Sweet Orchard, and I know this because I wanted to steal them. And then what else have I finished? And then I also finished my niece's gloves, her hand warmers. I'm not entirely sure if I had finished those with the last podcast, but then I finished. So I've had 3 finished projects. I've got one more project which I'm hoping I will finish in the next, hopefully this weekend, but if not, I'll finish it over the next few days or so because it's only a few hours of work. So yeah, I kind of think that I haven't made that much progress, but I've got 3 small projects that are done. So I have made some progress. I feel like I haven't because my PhD has just been swacking my backside. So the first thing that I kind of want to talk about is some crocheted leg warmers that I'm making for my youngest niece. I have mentioned this in passing how my youngest niece keeps stealing her older sister's leg warmers. So I just said I was going to make her own pair, even though she won't get that much wear out of them because we're in March. There's no real need to wear leg warmers unless, I mean, today you probably could get away with wearing leg warmers because it was just ridiculously windy and cold, and the temperature has dropped. I thought spring was coming. No, she's not coming yet. We've got to wait a wee bit. I don't know why I'm saying a wee bit. I'm not from Scotland. But yeah, so this is Drops Daisy. Yeah, this is Drops Daisy. With purple, pistachio, and this cream white color. It's just a basic rectangle, and then I'm gonna fold it up like that, and then that's her leg warmer. This one's done, and then I'm halfway through the other one. I need to finish it tonight. I'll probably finish it tonight so that she can have it for tomorrow. Because I said I would finish them for her for the end of March, and we are like 2 days away from the end of March, 3 days. So that's good for her. But that is almost a finished project. That's why it's coming first. And then, yeah, actually, we're just going to go in order of progress and like closest to finished, to brand new. So I self drafted this bolero It is literally just a basic raglan construction with some German short rows on the back, and then I've stopped around the chest, and then I've just knitted the sleeves, and just done a decrease every 10 rows, and then just did like a basic knit cast off. So I have a habit where I leave the scrap yarn for the sleeves. I leave them into the very end, just in case I don't like what I'm doing with the sleeves and I want to frog it back. So it's just there really to like keep me safe. That's it. So one sleeve is done. I was knitting these two at a time. I realized I don't like knitting sleeves two at a time. I don't like knitting anything two at a time. It kind of annoys me, even though it's probably the safest method to make sure like my sleeves are exact to make sure my sleeves are exactly the same length and I'm using the same tension throughout. But I got bored. I got to the elbow and then I was like, you know what, I'm done. I'm just gonna just gonna do it one at a time for the rest of it. So yeah, I had to go out to get some more yarn to finish this because I lost a yarn chicken. I only had 3 balls of this, which was 16, 24. What comes after that? 16, 24, 48. I was right. 16, 24, 48. So I had 480 meters of this, and I thought I could get it done. I almost got it done. I just needed probably an extra 50 meters just to finish off the second sleeve. But that's noted. This is literally just a basic raglan. I was thinking about doing a folded collar, but then I thought I'm just gonna leave. Let me show you. It's just a basic collar, basic 1x1 ribbed collar, and then I've got the raglan increases here, and then I've just got the ribbing for the body. I didn't do any ribbing on the cuff. I just left it um, as is like that. But yeah, I'm quite satisfied with my first ever self-drafted um, garment. And I was just literally experimenting. And yeah, it's kind of like British weather is weird. And as I'm saying this, I can see light hail with blue sky in the background. And the wind is, yeah. So British weather is weird all year round. But spring, no one knows what to do. No one knows what to wear. I've seen people in baggy jumpers and shorts. I've also seen people still got their winter coats on, and then it's that type of weather. So, moving into spring, the temperature oscillates quite a bit, and I kind of just thought I needed something where it's not tank top weather and it's not short sleeve weather, but it's warming up. It's probably a bit too warm to wear a coat. Maybe get away with like a denim jacket or something like that, but I don't always want to wear a denim jacket. Blah 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 blah. Anyway, just options. A bolero, a cotton long sleeve black, um, yeah, black bolero. I finished my everyday loop blouse in 100% cotton, which is not the recommended yarn, and I have learned from that mistake. Do not do that. The next few I'll probably knit in wool, but I kind of wanted. I made it in wool because I thought it would have a similar drape to the original, which is cashmere and wool. And then I thought about wanting to be able to wear it year round. So if it's 100% cotton, I can wear it as a transitional piece the most, and then possibly in like the evening time in summer if it gets a bit cool, and then obviously during the winter I can just layer up, and it's fine. It's not restrictive. It's not overheating me because I don't like being overheated. But yeah, just like a nice gothic little thing I can wear. Um, so yeah, that is almost finished. I think probably got about 2 hours left of it, and yeah, that's it. So the next one, actually no, we'll do this one. Sorry if you can hear all of the needles clanking around. So the next one is some progress that I've made on um, Ozetta, the Traveler's Cardigan by Ozetta. Um, it is in black again, so it might be a bit hard to see against my brown uh, hoodie, but this might help. So I did a different cast on. I think it called for a long tail cast on, and I did a provisional cast on, just preference, because I'm doing it in solid black and it's hard to see. So I just cast it on with like a pink Aran Way acrylic yarn. Um, I think in the last podcast I was about here. I just finished the German short rows for the back, and I was about to do a bit more for the back before starting on the front. So since then, I have done both sides of the front, and I've joined the bodies, joined the body, joined the front, joined the two fronts and the back to form the body. What I really like about this pattern is that the button band is knit within the pattern. I think this is my second attempt at making a cardigan, and I really need some more plain black cardigans. I don't have any. Um, I used to have one, but it was from Primark, and it felt weird on my skin. So I decided I was just going to make myself one. This is Drops Air, so it's alpaca and polyamide, and I think a little bit of wool. Um, and yeah, it's just I originally intended to make it for the last part of the winter, but sadly I was delusional, so didn't get done. But regardless, I know this will be done for autumn where it is most needed. And yeah, I'm just making so steady progress. Um, I already decided that I'm not going to follow the pattern when it comes to the placements of the buttonhole. Um, just because I don't really like how it looks on the like on the pattern on the yeah, I don't like how it looks on the example. But it's not that big of a difference really. And I know I can make that alteration without sacrificing the overall look of it. But yeah, I'm really pleased. I'm just slowly chugging away at it. I realized how much knitting flat annoys me because I've been knitting in around for I think most of the past 2 or 3 years. I've just been knitting a lot of socks and a lot of jumpers, um, and I haven't really made much working flat. Um, but yeah, I'm excited to finish this, and I think that's the only thing that's motivating me. It does kind of hurt my hands. I can't go as long as I can do on the Bolero, which is knitting on 3.5 millimeters. This is being knit on 5 millimeter needles, and I have small hands, so it kind of hurts. And I do have to take breaks. I have to like constantly roll out my hands and my wrists and my arms and my shoulders after working on it, which is kind of annoying, but at the same time, it can't be helped really. It's just a project that I'm gonna have to go really slowly on, and that's absolutely fine because it's not gonna get any wear out until the end of the summer, which is 2 whole seasons away. So it's fine. It's fine. Not everything is a race, which I think we forget about a lot, particularly as fiber crafting has been hyped up quite a bit in recent years, and everyone is rushing to create and finish off 50 projects or whatever. Sometimes it's okay to take your time, especially if the cost is your hands and your physical health. So there's just that. But in general, I am happy. I think I bought a bit too much yarn for this. But we'll see. I may just make a little hat or a little scarf with the leftovers. But yeah, that is the traveler's cardigan. So the next project that I want to talk about is one that I am very excited for, but I haven't really made much progress with it. I think because I was just trying to get the gift knits done before winter finished. But these are the disco trousers by LePull. I am so excited for these. I did a post of these on Instagram, and the reel got, I think, just under 8,000 views, and like 50 something people saved it, and like a bunch of people liked it. I thought I was really happy. It's the first time anything that I've posted online has gotten a lot of attention. So yeah, so this is like a drop stitch. Let me see if I can kind of show you. Yeah, so here are the drop stitches. And this is, the sun is going in a little bit, but this is one of the projects that I've got under the category of making more lace patterns. I feel like the drop stitches kind of counts as a lace pattern, like a lacy thing. Yeah, so that's that, and I'm really happy. I do plan to have these again all year round. Even though it is 100% cotton, I know that I've got patterns in mind for tights and leggings to wear underneath in the winter, because I don't like compression leggings that are sold in like fast fashion places. I don't like them. Because I need to wear them for over 8 hours, they just compress my legs too much and it feels weird afterwards. So I don't like how they feel. And then regular tights rip after 3 wears, so there's no point. I might as well just make my own pair of tights, which might sound a bit extreme, but I know how to make the waistband and I know how to make socks. If I can make a pair of trousers, and I've made several pairs of socks, I can combine the two skills together and make some tights. Also, I found something on the Drops website for free to help guide me. And I've also bought some yarn for that particular project because I was planning it out as I was thinking about making these trousers and how I would be able to wear them all year round. So there's that. And finally, oh no, not finally, sorry. I have 2 more projects. There's yarn everywhere. What you doing, Billy? Okay. So this is the start of a sock. It's just drops Nord in red. I can't remember the exact colorway, but it's this. It's coming up with tomato. It's not. It's a deep red. And I cast these on around my mum's death anniversary because I was just feeling really fidgety. I didn't want to work on a long project. I kind of just wanted to do something small. And I had some meetings that I needed to attend that week in person. And I needed something to keep me grounded in the physical space and not be all up in my head. For one of those meetings, I did knit on my cousin's sock, which was really small and no one really seemed to notice. But yeah, and then after that, I cast this on. All I've done is I've just done the ribbing. I've forgotten the name, the Cairi. I think the pattern is called Cairi. It's just like a lace heart pattern. Um, and I made these in red. This yarn was originally supposed to be for something else, for like a Bob Marley project that I wanted to do. But I remembered that red was my mum's signature color. Oh, there's a weird bit here. And I cast these on her death anniversary and her birthday are very close together. So they're like a week apart. So during that week, I cast these on and I did the ribbing and I started doing a little bit of the lace pattern, but I didn't really make much progress after that. And I think this is going to take me a long time. I did this to help me work through the grief of losing my mum. It's been about 5 years since I lost her, which is a weird thing to say. I haven't lost her. Like I know where I haven't lost her since she passed. It's been 5 years and 1 month now since she passed, and I still feel like I'm not deep in the grief, but it comes in waves still. I think because I am the youngest and I am still, still in my 20s and I'm still doing a lot of um, new adult things, if that makes sense. Um, I don't intend to finish it anytime soon. But I do intend to finish it. These will be something that I wear to remember my mum. That's why the lace pattern has hearts on them. And on my Ravelry, there's quite a few projects in my favorites with socks with heart laces on them, a heart lace pattern. And yeah, I mean, we'll just see how this goes. This is a quiet time project. This is not a project that I will just stick a film on and you know do like mindless knitting with. It's something where I will shut everything off and just sit with it. Maybe put some of my mum's favorite music on. I've got a playlist for her music and just sit. I haven't really had time to do this because the PhD has been very tough and taking up a lot of my attention over the past few weeks. But I might try to find some time after conference season because conference season is coming up. Oh my lord, not happy about it. But yeah, so I just put the light on for a little bit. But the last project that I want to talk about is yarn using Jackass Collective's radioactive sock yarn. Jackass Collective is run by a queer person called Jordan, and they hand dye the most beautiful, vibrant, colorful yarns. And I love supporting queer fiber artists and designers. And I'm pairing it with uh, friends, Hobie's friends neon sock yarn. It is looking more bluey green on camera for some reason, but it is bright neon green. And the pattern that I'm making is the pattern that I'm making is called the Venice Wrap Tank by Gorilla Knits. And I believe Gorilla Knits is a person of color. So yeah, the pattern is the Venice Tank Wrap, and it's been in my favorites for a while. And I just couldn't quite imagine what color I wanted it. As a kid, I did ballet. I was very, I was very interested in ballet. I loved it so much. I was training at one point to go onto point. When the ballet dancers they do that. I don't know. That sound also comes with it apparently in my head. and then I stopped like a few months before. Yeah, I did. I stopped at the end of the academic year, and then I was told that the next academic year, when the school came back, that I needed to have point shoes, and I just never went back because my dysphoria just got out of hand that summer, and I was like, I love ballet, I love how free I feel, but I just don't want to be referred to in any feminine way, and it was quite heavy in that class. But yeah, the rap kind of reminds me of ballet, and I kind of just wanted something a bit whimsy like that, something that reminded me of my childhood and being young and not caring about anything. And this is like the murkiest. It looks bright. It kind of annoys me when you switch places. This is murky and dark and mixed with neon greens as well. What is that? Um, yeah, it's like I'm really annoyed that it's not showing up. But yeah, so I have quite literally just cast on with the neon green. I'm doing the neon green for ribbing. And then I am gonna do the body in Jackass Collector's Radioactive. This pattern does say to knit flat in sections, so you do the front panels and then the back panels all separately, and then you seam them together. I don't want to do that. Um, I know, I know full well I will not finish it for like around the time that I want to, which is around May, which when I'll be able to get a bit wear out of it before the heat waves come, and then after that I can start wearing it again. But I know I won't finish it around then if I do it flat and then have to sew it. I'm not very good, not that good at that. But I don't mind doing the shoulder seam, so I will knit it as one piece for the ribbing, and then up to the armholes, and then I'll split and just do the shoulder, the shoulder seam as noted in the pattern. And I think that would just be the easiest thing for me personally. Um, yeah, it's a pearl. And yeah, that's it. I do. This is like a gift to myself for almost finishing the bolero, just because I know I've only got like 2 hours left, and then it's done, and I can block it. And also Luna's leg warmers, they're going to be done tonight. They're going to be done tonight. So I know I can cast on another project because I've only really got the disco trousers, the traveler's cardigan. Yeah, the disco trousers and the traveler's cardigan. My mum's socks I will work on whenever I feel like going into that space of grief. Because, again, it comes in waves. So really, I've only got 2 projects technically, and then a half project that doesn't have a deadline, and I'm just working on it when I feel like I want to work on it. I'll probably get it done for the end of the year. Probably I'll finish both socks. But yeah, so this is technically the 3rd project. And then I also want to make the Memento Mori socks when I've made a bit more progress on this and a bit more progress on the Traveler's Cardigan. I don't really have a deadline for the disco trousers simply because I know it's going to take me a while to keep myself motivated to do the legs for that, but it will get done. It will get done before the end of the summer, definitely. Partly because I don't have the tights, the first pair of tights I want to knit on the needles yet. They will not go on the needles until I have finished this and the traveler's cardigan. That's just rules. I can't have more than three whips at one point in time. I tried it and I got overwhelmed. I got really overwhelmed because I like to finish things not soon, not quickly after, but it shouldn't take me more than 2 months to finish a project because obviously life gets in the way. I'm doing a PhD. I've also got other responsibilities. I've got family responsibilities. I may just not be that motivated. I read a lot as well. So with other things and other hobbies and other interests, 2 months is the maximum, really, unless it's a really long project like the trousers. That's going to take a bit longer. I think it's been 3 months now since I cast on the trousers. So, yeah, but life is what it is at the end of the day. And this is here to help me relax rather than to make me more stressed. Um, but yeah, I hope people are having a really good time with their crafting. If you live in the Northern Hemisphere, I hope you're really excited about spring coming. If you're in the Southern Hemisphere, I hope your autumn is, being nice and crispy, nice and crunchy on those leaves. Um, but yeah, and I will see you soon when I've made some more progress. À bientôt.